guys, so today I'm going to be doing this super simple pink cut crease, and I'm starting off with MAC's Paint Pot, and I'm just using my finger to blend this out all over my eyelid. And then I'm going to be using the Huda the Warm Obsessions eyeshadow palette. And then I'm just setting the paint pot with a Sephora's translucent powder just so it's like a smooth finish on top for these shadows to blend super seamlessly. I'm just using this brush from It Cosmetics. And then now I'm using just a light brown random cheap little pencil from like the beauty supply store, and I'm using this just to sketch out the shape that I want for my cut crease. I'm doing this very, very lightly. That way I can wipe away the edges if I mess up or anything. Yep, and this is just a clean, small lip brush. I'm just using this to kind of blend out the edges so I get the perfect shape I want to put shadows on top. Yep. And this is the same brush. I'm just using this to clean it up some more. Yep, and this is that Huda Beauty Warm Obsessions palette I was talking about earlier. Cream color from the Huda Beauty palette on a lip brush. I'm just using this to go above and below my brow bone just to really make that line super crisp. And then I'm going in with it's like the kind of like the light brown shape that's in there. And I'm using that to go over that brown pencil that I used earlier. I'm just doing that on a really tiny detailed lip brush. I use a lot of small brushes in this tutorial because I feel like that's what gives you the best, just kind of detailed look for your cut crease. I'm just still going in and building that up just a little bit more, a little bit more. Yep, and I'm just building that up some more. Same color, I'm not using any other color. And I feel like what I used to do a lot where I would go wrong with the cut crease is I would use too much shadow. So make sure you're using very little. And I'm just going in with, I think it's the darker pink color that's in there. And I'm just using that just to make it a little more deeper. And I'm just blending it out with another lip brush. Blending out the edges. Here I'm using Bed Nye's white clown paint. I love this for any kind of cut crease. If I'm going to put glitter on, I'll use this, and I just use it just because instead of a concealer. It has a really thick, creamy consistency. It's just super bright and white. I'm just blending it out with my finger, make it nice and smooth. Now I'm using, it's like that gold bronzy color that's in that palette on top of that white. I just feel like that white underneath it just makes it super vibrant and super cute. So I'm just packing that on with a flat shader brush on both eyes. Now I'm just going in with that deeper, it's like a berry color that's in that palette. I don't know what the names are. I don't even think the names are even on the box. But I'm just using that deeper berry color just to carve out that crease a little bit more and add a little more dimension. Sketching out my liner with that same color. Yep, just sketching out that liner. That way when I go over it with liquid, it's kind of easier for me. And if I mess up, you know, if I mess up with a shadow, I can wipe it away. If you mess up with eyeliner, then you're kind of screwed. Yep, and I'm going over it with just a black, it's like a pen eyeliner from Sephora. So I just went over it with that black ink eyeliner. Yep, and I'm just going back in and defining that crease with that same dark purple color, making it a little more crisp. And then I'm using that same brown liner I used to sketch it out on my lower lash line. And here I'm using Sephora's stick foundation. Not my favorite. I like the Makeup Forever the best, but I picked this one up to try something new. I'm just blending it all over. It does look good on camera though, can't lie. This one is just super matte, so I don't really like the finish. I'm going all over, blending this out with the IT Cosmetics brush, and I'm going in with a stipple brush all over just to get into little spots I missed. Then I'm going back in with that Bright Future concealer on the high points of my face, just I use it as like a highlight. Underneath my brow bone, carve out my brows. And now I'm just going in with that same brush by IT Cosmetics all over my face. And now I'm just using a tiny little brush with a little bit of that eyeshadow on it to clean up that line in between my cut crease and my liner. And now I'm going in with the Sephora brow pencil. I love this pencil. It's super tiny and it has a little comb on the other side, so it really gives you like those hair-like strokes for your brows. I don't like my brows to be too block-like. I'm just using this, fill, comb. And I'm just using a clean spoolie I had just to comb them out. And then now I'm going in with this Sephora contour palette. I use this, like the life out of this. And I'm going around the perimeter of my face. Now I'm using this Tarte cream blush palette, and I'm just using this on my cheeks. A stippling brush, and I'm just using this to blend it out. Make sure you blend this out completely. I didn't show myself blending it out completely in the video, and I just put whatever's left on the brush on my lips to add just a little bit of color. If I don't have a lot of time, sometimes I'll just go with that and not put anything on my lips at all. This is just a NYX lip liner. I think it's in the shade Burgundy. It's super tiny, so it doesn't even have the name on it. But I use a darker color to line the outside of my lips, and then I go in with this nude color from the Urban Decay Vice palette. I just put this on my finger. I know, not the best thing to do, but I just put it all over just to blend everything. And I'm using this Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. You know, this is a cult favorite. Everybody loves this. It's okay. I like it. Using this, curling my lashes, putting it on. And I'm using two different lashes. And then I'm using the NYX Glitter Brilliance, and I'm just using this on my inner corner and a little bit on my brow bone.